So I saved that last one, and I know that I forgot one thing to tell you about depth of field. Remember we were talking about depth of field? Anybody know what an f-stop is? And I don't expect anybody to. F-stop is aperture. And the numbering, I used to know why the numbering system went that way. My original degree is in photography. Or I took a lot of photography classes. So when you open or close an f-stop on a camera, it is doubling or halving the amount of light going through the lens past the shutter curtain, hitting what was film and is now a CCD. So light, like the shutter opens, light comes through, and it hits a sensor now. And the sensor is like CCD, charge coupled device, but it records like how much light was hitting it in a certain spectrum, and it makes an image, you know. F-stop, if I drop the f-stop, the depth of field will expand. Meaning, and by dropping, I mean I'm going to make it f22. So f5.6 is a big giant hole. f22 is a little tiny hole. As the numbers get larger, they become smaller. And then the smaller the numbers, the greater the depth of field will increase. And so it's like a box. So when you focus with the camera, like I'm going to focus on Oscar's hat right now. I'm focused on your hat with my camera. Use your imagination. So I have my depth of field open to 5.6. And so what that would mean is the background behind you probably wouldn't be in focus. Like everything, as it gets further away, goes more and more out of focus. And even when you're seeing things, even with my good glasses on, like I got new glasses, which my girlfriend hit with a carrot peeler this morning. She now owes me a lens, but she said she'd pay up. But I can only, my eyes will focus at certain planes of depth. Like I'm focused at Kingsley. I'm focused at the chair. Like it takes a few moments for my eyes to refocus. And so photographers use this, cinematographers use this to create scenes with depth of field. And you can now steal that technology or that look and put it into your 3D scene. And it doesn't sound like much, but you know how we talked I may have mentioned earlier, photoreal 3D. Photoreal 3D is definitely going to have depth of field. It's going to if something's moving through the scene, it would be motion blurred. Right? Have you ever shot a picture of a person and like maybe it gets the street and then the cars are kind of blurring? Right? So like all those elements, if you put them into your 3D scene, then you'll have a more photoreal scene. So the lighting is important. The texturing is important. Yeah. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll start up on the lighthouse.